to give us a recap of what happened a month ago? Katie
Anyone but
has
Katie
decided
do
no.
it.
So,
Nose goes. Come on.
they shall not be the crutch upon which the rest of you stand.
I can if
Alright.
y'all need to.
So everybody, we hit level 17. Everybody,
Yep.
make sure you update your sheets.
God,
That's the first thing that it says
look,
here.
I feel like I would remember that. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're right. It was 18.
I know I should just let it go, but I can't. I just am not programmed that way. Like, oh, gonna make a standing joke then, Tyler, are we? We're gonna be joking about standing. Is how this game's gonna go. All right, I see. That's fine.
Critical information, Morgan.
Right. Happy
Adam's
New Year
in a
to you
wheelchair.
too. Happy New Year to you too, Tyler.
Oh my god.
Adam, I think it's so funny when you introduce yourself with a weird wheelchair joke.
Well,
Because that might be like the second time I've seen that happen.
Look,
That's some bullshit.
I never miss an opportunity to make a bad impression.
A wheelchair introduction joke. I literally just felt bad when I said something about the stairs, and I was like, okay, Yoni. Okay. Like, you just turned your camera on. Like, oh, my bad.
I have an approximate recap capability. My notes might help us get our main points. But I will be honest, I didn't listen to sessions, so
I can
don't
do it.
know where we started. All
I
right,
can do it
Katie,
if
you'll
you
do a
want me
better
to.
job than I
Okay.
will.
It's been a minute since I did a recap. Okay, all right.
I'm just waiting for someone who's not Katie to recap by just reading Katie's journal out loud.
Y'all can do that.
But that would be so
disrespectful as shit.
exactly. Yeah, Katie put in the work. It'd be shitty to steal it.
It's like
This is
taking
all
something
my own
from
notes,
Wikipedia.
guys. Okay, can I give this inspiration to someone else?
You can,
Copy and
by the
paste it in
mechanics of
Wiki.
inspiration that already exist.
Oh yeah, wait, that's right. No, first time somebody rolls bad, let me know. I swear to God. I forget it exists, like everything else in D&D. Okay, alright, we continued our travel towards the harbor, and it was an uneventful journey, apparently. We found some weird old ruins, and there were like a bunch of animal markings and stuff around it. And we headed in and found that the bottom room was like really destroyed. There was a trapdoor over to the side and some stairs going up. And the trapdoor had some abjuration magic on it. And some people ended up heading upstairs and found some weird, freaky eyeball creatures. I think only one had the eye on its tail, but whatever. Fight ensued. We killed the creatures. It was really freaky, but we were super cool. We went back to the trapdoor and tried to open it. And somehow, I do not remember how, but Theodotos was able to open it. Kali found the room below was like it looked like a mage's room, and there were some magical components and a ritual circle and a chest way in the back. And Kali found the chest and asked Beast to come unlock it. There were some healing potions, a speed potion, and a bag of holding. And the bag of holding had 3,000 gold pieces, but you could make it like 6,000 if you wanted to, Tyler.
Hey, take it up with Alexios.
I have sending, don't tempt me. So we contacted Alexius, and she was like, yeah, there should be a mirror on the second floor. And we were like, ooh, you mean the one the creatures broke when we walked in? And she was like, yep, that would be the one. And we were like, fuck. And so we tried to put it back together, and Theodotus asked his god if it could be fixed with anything that we had, and no. The answer was no.
You've briefly had a fully functional standard non-magical mirror. I think it got shattered again. if I remember.
Oh, that's right. I think we rebroke it to make like a cute little
It
like
was a puzzle
mosaic.
game.
Yeah. And then we Alexius was like, okay, fine, all right, I'll come meet y'all. And so she showed up the next day. We rested in the tower, I believe. Some people talked. Akira counted the coins like 3 times, I think. And then Alexius came and told us that Callisto had been seeking other fragments of the mask and that she knew another location for us to go seek out. And it's a scholar of Thassa who found a fragment under that's guarded by a beast of the sea. Oh my god. And so we have to go to the I'm not gonna try and pronounce that something Eddie's, and it's in
Thermopylae.
Eryximethys. Yeah. It's in Eryximethys, which is both a city and a slumbering creature, I think, which is
Mhm.
so cool. And Alexius told us to seek out a ship called the Eternal Seeker that may be willing to take us there. And wished us well, and also was like, "Oh, I have some money and potions and a bag of holding for you guys." And we were like, "That's so crazy! Oh my god, I'm not wearing it currently." What? And she was like, "Oh, well, yeah, it's yours. Take it." We're like, "Cool." And so she left us to our devices, and we started our journey again towards the sea.
Yes. So the tower that y'all were in is very close to Data Harbor. It is a short trek. You do cross a river, but there is a path and a bridge. It's a well-traveled path. You, those of you who have traveled more, have definitely come this way. Data being um, a middle point between Akros and Miletus. It is, a big trade town, at the mouth of the Data River that leads all the way up to Akros, and even further into the Ashlands and Phobos. Um, so y'all, I think, okay, so y'all rested, met with her in the morning. So, mid morning, midday, y'all can set out, and it takes you maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours to, be approaching the outskirts of Data Harbor. It is a very small town. Where did my notes go? There we go. It's a very small settlement. It's not a walled settlement, larger than Crimnos that y'all were in before, but very sprawled. As you begin, getting closer and looking into the town, um, those of you who have spent more time in Miletus and the larger cities can tell that this is a city that grew very quickly, um, without a whole lot of city planning. So there's a lot of like hodgepodge and um, a poorly designed city that's very bustling. There's a lot going on. The scent of sea air is very strong. Um, oh, my headphones are dying. Oh no, that's okay. I've got a charger right here. As you come into town, um, you can see, the harbor makes up a large portion of the town. This settlement is sitting right on the coast, right at the mouth of the river. So there is a large amount of water in this, um, you know, a large river mouth. You see many ships, moving around in the open water, and then a good number docked along a um, docks near the harbor. Um, you're welcome to move into the town, and let me know what are y'all looking for? Are y'all headed straight for the docks, or are you looking for more of a hub of commerce or like a bar or anything? How would you like to begin your search for the captain of the Eternal Seeker?
Well, seeing as we don't know who the captain is, we should probably find the vessel first, and then we can hide and wait for him to arrive and jump out at him when he gets there.
I don't know if that's the best way to gain his favor or her. I don't know. I don't mean to assume.
Ooh,
But yeah, let's. I like where the first part of that plan was. So let's find the ship, then we'll find the captain.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
So y'all start heading towards the harbor. As you begin to walk closer to the docks, you see the ships that are moored here. There aren't really names painted on the side. You see a lot of them have like maybe an emblem or a logo or like a small painting of some kind of creature or a symbol, where like, we as modern day would assume that a name would be painted on a ship. Instead, there's just like, some kind of iconography.
finally, to my advantage.
God, they can't read.
Is this some kind of language? All these symbols? Anyone know how to read them?
Well,
What
that
about
one's a
characters?
bird, and that one is a wave.
Okay, yeah.
Which one means eternal secret?
Would I be able to tell?
I'm going over to a dock worker.
What was your question, Oni?
Like, would you say Kali did any trade with people on boats as well, or
Make a history check.
okay? History. There you go. 11.
Your knowledge isn't like vast as far as like seafarer customs or anything, but you've traded with plenty of ships and merchants to know that like while the ships have names, it's customary to like paint a logo that doesn't like translate to anything, but like is representative or like important to the ship. So the Eternal Seeker certainly has a logo, but there's no like decoding way to decipher which one it is.
Okay. All right, so let's just ask about it. I'm pretty sure like Theodotos already want to go do that.
I'm tugging on someone's pants.
Mm-hmm. You see a dock worker passing by and stop them. They just kind of like look at you holding up like kind of heavy crate, like, yeah, what?
We're looking for the Eternal Seeker. Which one of these vessels has that name?
Well, I mean, I don't. They usually don't keep themselves right here on the harbor. You'll probably want to find that cursed captain. He usually hangs out over at the Gilded Goat. Now, why you'd be looking for him though? That's you're crazy. And he just starts walking off.
If I were to be seeking him at the Gilded Goat, what name should I be shouting?
You'll know him when you see him.
You all look the same.
Ooh.
He just keeps walking off.
All right. Gilded Goat, anyone? Is it
I
like
mean, yeah.
noon?
So you cut out there?
Is it like the middle of the afternoon? Or is it like
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
2-3 o'clock.
Let's hope they're a day drinker. Shall we?
Yes. Akira,
Yes.
if a vessel is supposed to be in a harbor but isn't at a dock, where is it?
I do not know. I have never been on a boat before.
Oh.
I look at everybody else.
The only time I've been on a boat, it was to kill like a pirate one time. That's about it.
We were just on the boat to kill the monster.
Oh,
Remember?
I mean, I'm old. My memory is kind of
You got
not
it, man.
very,
You got it.
but I mean like a boat, a ship.
Yeah, I get you. They usually, I think they would just be out at water, like, right? They would just be having an anchor. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm literally made of fire and metal. I don't know why I'm. I don't really got a lot for you on this topic. Uh, yeah, let's go to the Gilded Goat. Unless anybody got like some shopping to do here.
I mean, we did just come across some pretty good wolf. We might even have some time if they're not a day drinker. Was it 3,000 gold?
Yes.
Maybe we buy salt, just in case, or just see what they have and then decide then.
Do we have enough room to carry 200 pounds of salt?
Or we got a bag of holding. That's like lots of pounds of salt, right? How do those things work?
I don't know. I could go inside of it.
Oh God. Okay. Be careful. Yeah.
Well, it looks like unless we're planning on buying 200 more pounds of salt, uh, we have nothing else, right? All right.
Yeah. Nothing on the wish list other than salt.
All right. I'm giving Katie time to look for the spells that they want.
Okay, wait. I wrote it down somewhere. I don't remember where. Because I was like, I should. I guess, is there like a magic store anywhere where I would think that there would be scrolls or something?
You as y'all are moving through the town, you don't see anything that's like a magic store like we might encounter in Faerun. You know that you're a good bet if you're looking for that kind of thing is honestly to look at like temples,
Yeah.
things like that. So you might be able to. You can definitely spot some buildings that have the look of temples. You see one that's probably the largest temple here that you can recognize the symbol of Aetherios at the top of it. Also, as y'all are moving through the town, you can see that the city's architecture is kind of a crude blend of like Melitan architecture and Akroan architecture. There's definitely like aspects of both cultures. Some more like rigid and utilitarian type structures that ode to Akros, and then some more like the Melitan that y'all are more familiar with. But overall, the poor design lets you know that this is a city that grew quicker than it was intended to. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can see temples off in the distance. There are some larger buildings that you see more people going out of. You do spot one that has a large sign that is literally a gilded goat. You also pass by another building that is probably the nicest one you've seen in this town so far, with a emblem of a rose and a stained glass window above the door with a rose in it, and then a sign calling it the River's Rose. But yeah, so you have no trouble finding these places. If you're interested in looking for anything magic related, there are the temples, all kind of clustered in one area, a little farther away, a little higher up in elevation from sea level, on some hills.
Shall we go to the temples?
I would be interested too, if anyone would like.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll come.
All right. Do we have options for the temples, or just first generic temple?
There are temples to most of the larger gods. You see, the the highest placed and largest one here, like I said, is for Aethrios, the river guide. But you do see a temple to Heliod. You do see a temple to Ifara. You see a temple to Thassa, Perforos. Of course, there is not a temple to Nylea. However, there is one to that other nature god.
The cool one, the farm guy.
Karametra.
Hey. Watch your tongue.
There are no temples to, Clothis or Crufix.
All right, Katie, which one you want to go to?
Akira's fucking honed in on Thassa, of course.
You find the Temple of Thassa is on kind of a cliff overlooking the sea. It is a very simple building. Some marble pillars, blue wave motifs, but nothing too elaborate or fancy. There is a fair amount of hustle and bustle here. This being a port town, it's understood that it's reasonable to make a offering or ask for a blessing, or you see plenty of people that you can assume are partners of sailors praying for their safe return, that kind of thing. So there's a lot going on. It's still a very quiet and solemn place, but as you begin to enter, a human priestess approaches and welcomes you. Is there anything that I can help you with or find your way?
Greetings. Yes, I was wondering if you had any scrolls for purchase.
Um, oh, for magic casting, is that?
Yes.
Mhm. We are not necessarily a trading post, but if you were to make a donation, we could give you a gift of sorts.
I would be interested in that, yes. And I'll look around for where I can make a donation.
Uh-huh. she I do not have a list of stuff prepared necessarily, but is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Okay, hang on. I wrote it down. I just scrolled up to it and I lost it. I think Spider Climb was on there. Where are you? Deep. Might have just been Spider Climb that I wrote down.
We'll need to search out Max's price guide again. I know that he shared it very recently, but the only place that I remember to find it is in the old Avernus chat.
I've got this. Hold on.
I've got it.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
It's already uploading. Sorry.
okay. Oh, that is a different thing.
This one has the new items from
Oh, gotcha.
the cauldron.
All right. Do 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 do.
Tattoos. Tattoos.
Ooh.
All right. Spider climb, second level, transmutation. You're looking at 150 gold for that.
We have so much money. Akira will look at the others in the group, like they're asking permission to spend group money on this.
I can give you 50 gold, man.
Believe I have 90. Yeah.
I hold up an uncut gem worth 50 gold.
Yeah.
I am pittering out of those.
Oh, actually, I remember when we raced those like fish back in the day, and I was gonna like donate my winnings to Thassa, like just
Oh.
cause.
Oh, yeah.
Happens to be 50 gold exactly. So I feel like this is the time to do it. So here you go.
That is very
Well,
kind
yeah.
of you all. Thank
Yeah,
you. I hand the stuff to whoever I was talking to.
She,
Look.
offers out a bowl for you to place it in, and then sets it. She takes the bowl full of gold and jewels and walks over to like an open door facing off the cliff and just chucks it into the sea.
Classic.
Hell yeah.
Then provides you with a scroll of spider climb. Now, in order to get this into your book, will
Yep.
require you to I think that's another 100 gold.
Yeah, I think it's.
It's like 50 per spell level.
Yeah. So is this second level?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
All right. Well, is there anything else that we can help you with?
Believe that's all we'll be needing assistance with. Thank you.
Well, wonderful. Well, safe travels.
Oh, man. Fuck it. I'm gonna go to the Perforos Temple.
Joke. The Perforos Temple you can see is largely a like active forge. There are like craftsmen working.
It's me, the boy.
It's very warm in there.
Oh, Beast is gonna try to be the last one at the Thassa Temple, and he's gonna hold up the drawing he made of the chalk like pentagram that was used to seal the the demons from before. He's gonna be like, do you know what this does? Like, could I just draw this and it'd work? Like,
Well, I think that magic might be a little bit out of my realm, but generally, it takes components of, some value, and generally drawings and such are ways to channel magic. They don't produce it themselves. If that makes sense.
shucks. Oh well. I'll figure it out. Thanks. Beast will go.
Yep, real quick before we go to Perforos, I'll maybe also chuck the magical components I got from that room off the cliff. And say a little prayer to Thassa for safe travels and guiding us and such.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. I'm gonna go in there. I'm just gonna. I will go to the guy that seems the least busy.
You can see that there are, some some craftsmen that are like sitting and maybe taking a break and having some water and chatting.
Okay. I remember I have 30 pounds of like the Hydra skin, right?
That sounds right to me.
Okay. How like I'm asking you just before I go talk to these people. How much do you think, like, would I be able to make like a breastplate, like a casual leather armor, gauntlets? Like,
Given
would I
like
be able to make a full set? Basically.
yeah, you'd be able to make a set of armor. Just like needing to, cut pieces and stuff. There's a bit of waste that goes into it, but you'd definitely be able to make a set of armor. A breastplate, greaves, arm pieces, whatever they're called.
Bracers.
Yeah. But yeah, like all said and done, this can become one item. You know what I mean?
Okay.
One
Yeah.
set of armor.
I'm gonna come over to the boys and I'm gonna take out my sheets of paper and show them the design I have for the armor. It's like, and I'm gonna ask okay, do y'all think this will be like okay? Like this does this look all right? And see if I can get any improvements from anyone of that.
Whenever you start like showing like designs and stuff, a lot of them are instantly very interested. And go ahead and give me a charisma check, like a persuasion check.
Yeah. Okay, look. 24.
All right. Yeah, they are instantly like very interested and recognize you very quickly as like a fellow craftsman. And you get compliments on design, but also like they aren't here to flatter you. They give you tips and make some like recommendations for edits and stuff, and you can spend some time chatting and you feel like you come out with a much stronger design in hand.
All right, I think that did. Besides that, I think what else was I'm asking you now because now we're getting into like leather, like we're getting into armor making, and I don't know the back end like that off the back of my head. I said, I don't believe I have the necessary tools to be able to make it like silently okay on the road. Like I think with extra material I might need.
Um, they talk you through some of the other things you'll need, like leather cords and malleable hide and stuff, other supplies. They have them available if you want to purchase them and take them with you, but they also offer that like this forge is open to be used, and it's not just a metalworking forge. There's also other like leatherworking and craft supplies. So like this is a place where you could craft. It would just take time spent here. Otherwise, it is something that you could commission to have done. But as far as the fact that for this you don't really need to forge any metal means that it is something that could be done potentially like on a boat ride. So you can like gather supplies and tools that you might need if you wanted to go that route.
Yeah, I'm a gatherer. Like I'm just gonna try to purchase those supplies.
Okay, doke. It winds up. Let's see. Do you have any like crafting tools already? Do you have like Smith's tools and stuff?
I think that's the only one I would have is Smith's tools. Dang. Yeah, that is about it. Only Smith's tools.
Okay. You can get a set of leatherworkers tools for 5 gold.
Hmm?
And then spend like another 10 gold on supplies and like worked leather and prepared other bits and stuff that you might need. So 15 gold and you can have what you need, and then it's just a matter of working over some time.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that.
Fantastic.
I think that's about it for me. All right. Well, I'm gonna head out now. I'm not sure what everybody else is doing here.
All right. Does anyone else have any stops they'd like to make while we're in the temple road, the temple hill?
Aklan, Hallion, are there any sacrifices you wish to make before we head out onto the open ocean?
No,
Hmm.
nothing I need to do here.
The service to Kruvix does not differ whether I am on land or sea, so I am fine. We should, however, get to the Gilded Goat.
Oh, yeah, you're correct.
You'll start heading back towards the Gilded Goat. As you pass through, you see that in the distance there is a section of town that looks to be fairly ruinous. A lot of the buildings seem to be ruins of what was once a larger district. You see, char of burned wooden buildings and rubble of stone. It doesn't seem like a fresh occurrence. It looks fairly aged, but some calamity of some kind, did its damage to an area that never got repaired.
Could I druid craft some growth in some of that, in that rubble?
Yeah,
As
I
I
mean,
walk
if you'd
past?
like to, take some time, you see that there's already a fair amount of like wildlife kind of creeping back in, but there's also just kind of an air of like, just like a chill feeling. Like moving towards this area, things are a little quieter. It's a little more of a solemn location. But yeah, you can add to the weeds and plant life that's reclaiming this territory slowly.
Yeah, I hop from like stone plinth to plinth and just let things grow as I do so. Disregarding the reverence, I suppose.
Hmm. Yeah, and then soon enough, you find yourselves outside of the Gilded Goat. The building looks fairly flashy at first look, um, but on closer inspection, you can see that there's a lot of little, you know, under the surface kind of imperfections, squeaky hinges, and some rotting boards and that kind of thing. But it is a pretty bustling building. The door is not closed; it's open door, so you can move on in. You see that a lot of the like hustle and bustle in this building, um, folks you recognize as like a Crowan military, dressed in like military garb, sporting like the red of Akros. But they are not. They're not. They do not seem to be like representing a stoic force or anything right now. They are drinking and hollering and arm wrestling and flirting and having a good old time. You see also a fair amount of people dressed in more Meletian style robes. Um, those of you that have lived in Miletus recognize a lot of them to be sporting like the style and design of the Anapsian school of philosophy. They are likewise, having a revelrous time, you know, out and about. Um, but yeah, the bar is a little crowded, but not so much that you can't approach. But it is a very packed room. There's a staircase heading up to likely some in quarters, some rooms, that kind of thing. There's a hearth burning, kind of smoldering at this point. And again, the overall like motif of this place is that it looks really good unless you look closely at it.
Are there any particular jackasses just making a fool of themselves that we would maybe think are the dude we're looking for?
I mean, you definitely see, the like Acroan military and the Meletian philosophers making asses of themselves, but none of them jump out as like independent boat captains or anything. If you'd like to start moving through the room and start trying to take an eye out for someone who you would know him when you see him, to quote the dock worker earlier, you can do so if you want to make an investigation check.
Hell yes, I was hoping you would say that. Dink.
Yeah, you start moving through. It's hard to keep your group together in just like all of the commotion and movement and stuff. But eventually you are passing through in kind of the farther like dark side of the room, and you see a stocky, I say stocky, that kind of has like a connotation of short and stocky, but like a large dude, probably like 6'6", broad of shoulder, large like gray and black pepper beard, sitting like leaned back, like got his four-legged chair up on two legs with his feet and like dirty boots up on the counter. He's smoking a pipe, and you see him like laughing boisterously, and there are a few other folks sitting around the table, and they're all like drinking and eating and swapping stories and that kind of thing. But what catches you about this guy is that he has not just a big personality, but there is a like palpable vibe coming off of this guy. You've rolled very good on your check here. You see this guy like the embers of his pipe glow red, as do the irises of his eye, kind of like giving off just this slight like reddish glow. And whenever you notice that, you see a few of the sailors that are around the table with him have kind of a like matching blue in their eye, like a shimmering light that is not super perceptible, but you catch it pretty quick. And they're swapping stories, and there's just kind of a like chill to the place. Like you feel like as you get close, the temperature drops a little.
Ooh, they're weird. I'll point this out to the others and say,
Once you notice them, you look back. You can kind of see other people around, but like y'all have not kept a solid group.
"Oh no."
It's very packed in here.
Do I see any of them?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
spot any of them, but like they're kind of just maybe a couple of you are still like huddled near the entrance and stuff, but the whole group could not move with you. So
You see Callie got like sank in between a group of people.
I'm kissing one of those soldiers that's being rowdy in the back.
Callie's drowning in a group of men, and Theodore's just kissing a man.
I will grab whoever I see near me. I feel like I'm little. I'm little, so that either means that I'm gonna get like sucked into the crowd and like have to avoid getting stepped on and bumped into, or I can like
bob and weave.
Yeah, but also I'm not very dexterous, am I?
Fucking
not
mosh
bad.
pitting
Not
it
terrible.
right
Not
now.
terrible. Yeah, who thinks that they would be near me? Who's my buddy?
I try to be near you, but I got mosh pit somewhere else.
Well, given that Callie has just been sucked into a mosh pit and Theo is enjoying himself, yeah, I think I'd probably be relatively close by, still trying to find the captain of this ship.
Yeah. You're helping me navigate the crowds because you're big and I'm not. Hell yeah. Okay, I'll grab you and kind of point out the dude and say, I think this is the man we're looking for. Do you see the glint in his eyes? And look at the others.
That is certainly unusual. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves.
They nod, and we'll try and like catch the eyes of some of the others, as in like, come over here.
Should we gather everyone?
They nod. I believe so.
Yeah, Akhlon cups his hands around his mouth and just screams, "We have found the captain of the Eternal Seeker!"
Oh,
over here. Hi, Theo, when you are finished.
I just jump over the heads of somebody I'm nearby. Come over.
I can teleport.
My apologies, dude. To whomever Theo was just kissing.
I forgot I could teleport, and I'm going to do that.
You managed
I'll just turn to the table. You, captain and crew of Eternal Seeker.
Yeah, you managed to get everyone's attention, and y'all can start heading this way. The large captain kind of puffs on his pipe a little bit and turns over. So, not too often I get introduced by someone I'm not familiar with. Yeah, Captain Argon. What can I do for you?
Akira, would you like to continue?
Oh, greetings. My name is Akira. These are my friends. We're looking to possibly seek passage with you. We are on a mission of utmost importance, we can assure you. We would like to go to the Katie's forgetting the name, but Akira's so smart.
Thermocles Eddies.
Yeah, that.
Well, now I understand why it is you're seeking passage with me. Yeah, I can take you to the Eddies.
And what sort of compensation would you be requiring for this sort of venture?
Well, nothing too crazy. I sometimes like just having an excuse to head out that way. Uh, I think before we get too into detail about what I want from you, I think my first question is what in the hell y'all want out there?
I look at the others like, are we being honest? Did we tell him?
Look, I make a living off of thrill seekers. Okay, but
Well,
it's
then-
not just a thrill seeker that takes someone out to the Eddies. That's a lot of people will call that a suicide run.
Well, then
We
I
heard
say,
We heard there was buried treasure there.
There's buried treasures in a lot of places, son, and there's a lot of those places that are not half as treacherous as the Eddies.
I suspect you will like this answer much better. We are on mission from gods.
All right. Well, I certainly hope to hear more about this divine quest of yours, but what time were you thinking you wanted to set out?
You don't even need a heading?
I mean, the heading is the Eddies, from what I could tell.
Yep.
Tell me, have a whole lot of you ever set out deep into the Siren Sea?
Not in the way that you would probably be meaning.
Yeah, I guess I could have been more specific. I've never been. Well, to say I've never been under the Siren Sea would not be true, but the sea itself does not sit still. There is no head due west 30 knots until you reach your destination. We can set out with a destination in mind and potentially get there eventually, but there will be obstacles, dangers. Some might call it goddamn, what's the word for having to undergo something to prove that you are worthy of something else? One of those, that kind of
Perhaps
thing.
an odyssey?
I like the sound of that. That's a good word. But if y'all are trying to head so far deep, so far out, this must be some important quest you've been given.
I mean, yeah, the gods gave it to us. Oh,
Let's
Is
say
there a reason we're being coy? I look at my friends.
Don't know who we trust, Theo.
Look,
Why
I
would we not
understand there are a
trust the
lot of
person
ears in this
Alexius
room.
asked us to sail with?
Well, you got me there.
Perhaps if we could speak in private eventually?
I
And
think
kinda
that can
look
be
around and help
arranged.
Busy.
I will say I'm a little busy here right now, but y'all are welcome to have a drink and get a bite to eat. Won't be setting out for sail any sooner than tomorrow morning. Uh, we can discuss, more specific goals once we're back on the ship. I will say, I would request a wage for my crew, though I don't require anything to be paid up front. I would also specify a cut of the spoils of whatever it is we happen to find out there wherever we're searching. Uh, the wage can be paid from, the spoils of our journey, but as long as my boys can eat and be merry and seek adventure and thrills, then we're your ship.
I mean, we don't really have a choice, do we?
I mean, if anyone's crazy enough to hire us, we take what we can get.
Okay, yeah. How much is that portion, by the way? I just want to know.
How much is what?
How much is the portion, by the way? I just want to know.
Nothing egregious. Talking maybe 15%, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's a good amount. Yeah.
You seem to have a reputation, Captain. Is it just because you appear to do things that are inordinately dangerous?
I guess that's probably part of it. A lot of people around here, they call me the Cursed Captain.
Ooh.
Lucky you.
I like it. I think it's a fun reputation to have built.
Cool name.
Are you waiting
Cool.
for me to ask more about that?
Pardon, my friend. How did you get the name the Cursed Captain?
Well, it could be chalked up to a side effect of dangerous expeditions, but it's not unheard of for a sailor to set sail and not make it back to harbor, or make it back to harbor and be a changed person, a changed soul.
Well, you have clearly made it back to harbor, so you are therefore changed soul.
I'd certainly say so.
Well, change comes to us all one way or another. I see it not as curse, but as life.
What's the real danger? Is it like bad weather, giant monsters? What are we talking?
I mean, take your pick, bud.
Like, I don't know, get disease.
As long as you eat enough citrus, that's usually not a problem.
Okay, good. Whew. All right, we got to bring strawberries. You heard the guy.
Strawberries are not citrus, bud.
I keep forgetting.
Tyler, strawberries are actually quite high in vitamin C.
But I wouldn't consider them citrus. I mean, that's
They also don't keep at all.
Good
Oh my
berries, baby.
I forget y'all can catch diseases.
ah, plebes.
Oh my god.
It's called a fucking flea because I don't catch disease.
No, you're calling everyone else a plebe.
Oh yeah, sure, sure, fucking is.
Look. If we're heading out to the Eddies, I mean, we're talking strong currents. We're talking dangerous beasts gorging themselves on drowned sailors, lost freight. We're talking ships preying on those who get caught up in unawares. Uh, tell of ghost ship, the fall of the sea. There's all
Is
kinds
the
of possible things out there. Not to mention, the settlements in the islands out there, or the sirens that give the sea its name.
I mean, if the monsters only attack drowned sailors, then I mean, we just don't drown.
The monsters also make a point to drown sailors.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Imagine being able to drown.
That's what I'm saying.
Sirs? Like what?
Hello? High five.
he looks over towards you, Akira, and
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
not to mention, I mean, there are plenty of Triton folk out there that aren't too happy about sailors on the surface encroaching on their domain. Every now and then we have to worry about scouting parties or hunters. Not to say that all of the sea folk are malicious, but most of the ones that we run into aren't too happy about us being out on the sea.
Oh, I am from very deep. I am not. I do not know any of the coastal or upper level Triton.
Mm-hmm. Look, you seem like a capable bunch. All I mean to say is you've got to be prepared for just about anything. You never know what you're going to run into when you set out.
You'll be pleased to know that exactly one of us has been on a sailing vessel before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Us, the Salt Squad, we get it done. Y'all like that? Is that a good name? Is that a good name?
Salt Squad!
Yeah. No.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'll workshop it.
Right. Well, now y'all feel free to have yourselves a good night before we set sail. If you're interested in meeting at the ship, you can generally find. You'll be able to find me down by the docks, and he gives you kind of a more exact location. We've got
So we
boats
should
to ferry out to the ship. We've got it moored out deeper in the harbor. Not many people like seeing it up close and personal. There's kind of a superstition.
So we are free to do what we like for evening, and then we find you sitting on dock of bay.
Unless you'd like to stick around with me for the evening. I mean, we're gonna tie one off.
Hmm.
He looks over to Theo. I mean, you look like you've been having a good time.
I blow him a kiss.
I might be convinced. Then again, it is quite beautiful. I might go watch tide roll away.
Oh my god, I'll fucking do it.
All right, a romantic among us.
I'm finna go work with the boys. What the hell? Going back to the temple.
The boys!
All right, yeah, let's take a minute to go through and talk about what everyone's doing for the evening. We'll start. Yeah, let's start with Callie. You said you're headed back to the Temple of Perforos.
Yeah.
All right. Anything in particular you want to do or talk about, or are you just getting a start on your crafting project?
Yeah, starting crafting. So,
Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. You can go ahead and give me a check with Smith's tools or the leatherworking tools. I think probably this is more of a crafting thing than a strength-based thing, unless you want to make a case for, you know, shaping leather being strength-based. But go ahead
uh,
and kick it off.
I can't give you any reason why it would be strength, but I can't like what would it particularly be?
Let's see. You have proficiency in Smith's tools, right?
I should, or no,
I
I
think that's
don't.
probably something you get from your god. Yeah, you've got proficiency in Smith's tools.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and give me a Smith's tools roll using dexterity as your ability.
Let me just put that in. Hey. Dexterity. Boom. Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. With the 19, you get a solid start. Shaping the material like you like, um, piercing the holes that you need to tie things together properly. So yeah, positive work done. You spend the evening, you get a good 6 hours of work in. We'll say, I mean, you being the anvil rot, you could probably get a little more. So we'll say you get like 8 hours of work done. So yeah, if you want to keep track of how many hours you've put into things
I got
into
you.
this, I'll come up with a goal of like work hours necessary.
Okay. Just gonna be whistling, sitting on the dock of the bay by Otis Redding.
All right.
Love that song. What is everybody else doing?
Well, yeah, Akira, what are you up to?
Okay, I think Akira wants to get to know the captain better, and is going to do that by trying their luck drinking again, and is like a lightweight clearly, and so I think that they just end up like harassing him about ocean experiences, and is like asking way too many scientific based questions, and is like, which species have you encountered? And if you've gone to this area, what was that like? And how would you compare this and these different biomes and things? And like is getting way too into it.
He definitely doesn't match that part of the energy, but he definitely is fully into the conversation, and he's telling you fantastical stories. um the one that got away type stuff. You should have seen it. It was big as a house, that kind of very like imaginative stuff. Tells you a story of like how he got this scar, how he got that scar, stuff like that. I need to share the art for this fella.
Yay!
It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, the whole time during all of these stories, Akira is asking all sorts of questions like, and could you approximate the size roughly? And like, and would you say that the shape of the beast's teeth were more conical or like blade-like? And just like absolutely like trying to take any notes on this and like totally believes everything that he's saying at face value and is like, yeah, sure, that makes logical sense. Why not?
He gives you some answers that are like, well, I didn't get a good look at the shape of the teeth while they were in my arm, but this is the scar they left, so you can infer what you like.
Would you be bothered if I could measure that briefly?
Not at all, not at all.
They do. They will do this for every scar.
All right, sorry, I was eating a cookie. Theo, what are you up to?
Well, I was here at this with this tavern, but the vibes changed dramatically with Akira's questioning.
My bad.
So I will get drunk with the crew and then wander like out into the town to like talk with some of the animals and like maybe go back to those ruins and start regrowing some shit. Nothing of dramatic note. I'm just out and about and wasted.
Gotcha. While you're, spending some time drinking with the crew, you catch the same like chill that Akira noticed earlier. There is just like it takes you a minute to like really notice it, but it is a little bit chilly, even though you're fairly close to the hearth. But drinking a little bit of alcohol warms you up pretty quick. Looking at these sailors, they're just the slight glow of like an icy blue in their eyes.
What happened?
Sorry, once again chewing on a cookie. I didn't hear you.
Just like after inordinately staring at some, like making extreme and close eye contact with somebody. What happened?
They really just kind of avoid your question. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I've always had a twinkle in my eye.
I get very pushy.
Ooh.
They really seem like they enjoy this game.
Same.
Mhm. All right. Aklon, you said you were sitting at a dock on the bay. Anything else you'd like to add to that, or observations you'd like to make?
No, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the crews of the various ships and see if I can't discern anything about seafaring folk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you watch them for a while. As the sun starts to get lower, activity dies down a fair bit. There is a point whenever the sun is setting that it's casting light across the bay in like that. The sun has just set, so it's not glaring in your eye, but there's still enough light that you can see very clearly. And in the distance, you do see a ship with like a pale green sails, not down, they're tied up, but you can see the color of them. You can see a dark wooden hull with a what looks like a scythe motif painted on the hull. It stands out to you.
All right.
Right. Hallion, what are you up to?
Helion will follow Kali to the Temple of Porphyros early on. Wait for Kali to not be working on something.
Probably go to catch them during like the break, like 30 minutes probably.
I have carried this spear since I was created. It was damaged early in our journeys against those strange puddles that attacked us. I have no use for it anymore. Tool that is unable to perform its job is worthless. I thought perhaps you would assist me in destroying it.
Oh, fucking course, yeah, let's do it.
It will not take long. I mean, it is a half that is chewed through, and the spearhead that is pocked and damaged, but
Yeah.
it is a blessing of my goddess and should be returned.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, is there any way that you want to particularly do this? Concerning this is dealings with your god and all that.
It is of my god, but it is the way of Porphyros, is it not, that an item that is past its time should be destroyed?
Oh, yes, of course.
Whatever way
we
that
could.
you would do it is sufficient.
Well, what we could do is remake it into something else if you would like that as well. We could try that.
This is very damaged. It is like here along the blade, half of it is missing. The tip is 3 inches short from being stabbed into acidic slimes. I don't think this could be remade into anything, really. It is mechanically, this is a spear that got stabbed into a black pudding like 4 times and is taking -4 to everything on a D6 weapon. So
Yeah, it. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, this is. Ooh, I was gonna say we can like melt it down and remake it into something else, but it looks like this is just terrible metal to even work with. I don't think this would be good with anything. Yeah. How I usually just do it is I just shatter it to as small as possible. But seems like it'd be pretty easy, right? You just want to break it down? Come on.
however you would do it, I am not a craftsman.
But come on, you just break it. Okay, I'm gonna look for like a hammer or something. A bit.
Yeah, I mean you can find a hammer easy enough. There's a million of them here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll grab a big enough one. All right. Here you go. Break it.
They look a little confused and take the hammer and set the spear against the thing and then smash down.
All right. It shatters very easily. You are left with the ruined shards of what is left of your weapon.
Yeah. Perforos, he says things that are broken and damaged and have no use must be broken. I believe that if the person that owns it or the person that made it should break it. I don't believe I should be the one to do it. So,
I did not make it, but I don't think.
but you owned it, so yeah, it was yours. You owned it, so
I will just throw the wooden haft into the fire.
oh, yeah. Oh, good thinking, resourceful. Is there anything else?
Nope, I will leave you to your project. I will go keep an eye on everyone with the captain. I do not entirely know what to think of them.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Hopefully everything's gonna be okay. Don't break more things in temples. I think we'll be all right. Thinking back on first session, it was the second or first session where we committed a lot of chaos in the temple.
Like, first through fifth, who knows?
It got pretty funky in the temple. Let's just let's not do that again. All right.
Fantastic. All right. Beast, what are you up to?
I was trying to think what I would be up to, and I really just think Beast would be talking it up with the crew. Reminiscing on life and listening to their stories.
They're not nearly as boisterous and loud as the captain, but they're happy to swap stories the same.
And Beast, I'll do it in character. I know this is super random, but any of you ever seen a mind flayer in your travels?
I mean, but I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm going to go ahead and say probably not.
It's like a dude, but with an octopus face. But yeah, probably not. I didn't think so. Just checking. One killed my wife. I mean, to put it bluntly.
I mean,
but anyway,
that's real rough. I mean, One-Eyed Keith, he threw down with an octopus one time. It was a fight like I ain't never seen before.
you don't say. How did he win?
I mean, well, you see, he wasn't called One-Eyed Keith before that fight.
Oh no.
But eventually, he wrestled that thing. He tied up every one of the tentacles and suckered it real good against a cliff face, and the thing which wasn't able to wriggle free. You know what I'm saying? Right out in the sun.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Akira, you overhear this, and that's such bullshit. That whole story.
I'm too invested in my conversation to be like, I do not believe the sucker physics would forget it.
Wow. I'm not even sure that Beast has seen like a live octopus before, so he just believes it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah.
See, what you got to watch out for whenever it comes to octopi is the blades at the end of the tentacle.
Oh, really?
Those are just right
around? Man, that's scary. Blades, huh? Do they have teeth on top of blades?
Teeth like you wouldn't believe.
Oh no. Oh. How big are they?
Well, I mean, the one that Keith was wrestling with probably about 8 foot long.
Okay.
I'm telling you, my uncle, he one time reeled in one that's about 16.
That is massive.
Yep. Wraps
got
one of their
like a-
tentacles around his son, and my nephew, he's out there somewhere, probably.
Do you guys like use harpoons, or do you just like wrestle them, or what's the way to get it?
Depends how brave you are.
I guess we'll find out. I'm counting on you if we see a 16-footer. But save some for me though. But yeah, sounds good.
Conversations continue on like that. Bullshit stories, drinking. Let's see. That's everyone. Let's go ahead and we'll take a 15-minute break here. We'll come back at about 5 after the hour and pick up after. We'll pick up from here. And
I'm gonna sleep by Akira because I I have this is gonna be a weird thing that Kylie has, but like being on ships is being scarier than being actually under the water.
Oh.
I think they're gonna sleep with their buddy.
If it would make you feel better, I can cast the bubble.
Oh, the bubble. Oh yeah, the bubble. Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you said cast cuddle, and I'm like, that was so smooth.
The cuddle style.
Hey, Kira! Oh my god, when did you get so smooth? What the fuck?
Katie's smoothest character by far.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll tell people that I'm casting the bubble if they wanna. I don't know how many hammocks would be in like range of that, or if anyone wants to just sleep on the floor in the bubble. But yeah, I'll cast the bubble.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sleep in the bubble. Well, do what looks like sleep. Kylie's not trying to freak people out, so they go like lay down and like do what sleeping people do.
Hey, Kira puts
Doing it
beef
like that is
stew on
way
you.
scarier.
Just like arms by their sides, just
They don't know what the fuck's going on here.
All right. You all can get a night's rest. Some a little more uneasy than others, but eventually the next day begins. Your travel continues. Let's go ahead and get another d20 roll. First come, first serve. Whoever rolls it first.
I'm literally in my kitchen. God damn.
All right. Okay, let's see.
I can't just not far away from my laptop.
Okay. All right. What's everybody doing? Where would you say you're hanging out on the ship? Let's start with Aklon. What are you up to?
Yeah,
You're muted,
Aklon.
Adam, if you're talking.
Thank you. Aklon has traveled extensively, but has not spent any time out on the open water. So I imagine he is spending a lot of time on the top deck, just taking in the entire experience, asking whatever crew is around various questions as they come up about what they're doing, how to maintain the ship, that sort of thing.
Mhm. Yeah, everyone you talk to is pretty open to conversation. They're happy to show you what they're doing and talk a bit about it. The ship is fairly simple as far as the mechanics of it go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you have an informative time.
Cool.
What about you, Akira?
Is anybody in the crow's nest?
I mean, there's a lookout up there, but that doesn't, it's a big enough area that more than one person can be up
Then I will go up there and I will interrogate them on weird shit that they've seen.
there. The guy up there seems a little young and really is not super happy about the interrogation quiz. Crow's Nest duty is pretty chill for the most part. And now he's having to like give a lecture. Uh, but yeah, you hang out up there. That's wonderful. Theo.
I spend a few hours of my day watching the horizon and realize that it doesn't change and get very, very bored. So I start snooping.
All right. You start snooping. There's not a whole lot to snoop in. There are no like cabins. The sleeping quarters is one big room that just has a bunch of hammocks. There's a fairly empty cargo bay. There's supplies on deck. You see arrows and food. Like in the cargo bay, there are like food stores, rum, wine, etc. But yeah, there's not like a captain's quarters to sneak into or anything.
I do follow him around, like a foot away from him.
He obviously has caught on to your presence and just kind of lets you go for a while. Eventually, like, he does start like trying to start up conversation with you.
Yeah, he's probably talked with a few people with me just hovering next to him, and finally, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's not sick of it. You and all of your crew have been marked by something.
You're a perceptive one, aren't you?
Well, I am actually, but it's sort of obvious as the entire city that we found you in is acutely aware of it.
Yeah. The air of superstition lends to a cultivated reputation, I guess. Keeps the jobs I get offered interesting.
So what marked you?
Well, it's unfortunately it's not as crazy or interesting as you might have hoped. I guess you could say a champion of sorts, a chosen Athreos. He spent a lot of time devoted to the river guide and have obtained some blessings myself, as have a few members of the crew.
You all seem reluctant to share the stories.
Like I said, the less we talk about it, the more superstition spreads. It's interesting to be known as the cursed captain.
Agreed. Do you think it would be an improvement to the reputation to have many lies and rumors instead of denial up front?
Well, I've never been too worried about public public perception. It matters not to Athreos whether we are upfront about our position or if we let people think what they're going to think. We make a point not to lie about our position, but it's fairly easy not to speak of it if we don't wish to, and a lot of most people don't even ask, so they just assume the vessel is suffering from some kind of curse, and plenty of wives that won't let their husbands sail on the vessel for fear of cursed return, that kind of thing.
And that benefits you?
Like I said, I like keeping my crew interesting. I like meeting the dare seekers, those that search for adventure and thrill, those who have fewer connections, fewer reasons to turn tail and run whenever things get hairy.
I take it you've taken people out on the sea who have never returned.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate side effect of a life of adventure, but everyone that sets sail understands the danger, and
I suppose it's also more profitable if your passengers do not return to land.
well, a lot of times, whenever it comes to passengers, they I mean, if they sink to the bottom of the sea, generally so does their gold. Uh, but no, I mean, it's not like we set out with intention for anyone to not make it back. But like I said, we tend to stick to more dangerous jobs, more risk. Um, those of us who set sail with us are looking for something risky. They understand what they're getting into. I've made no promises that I can get any of you home. I will do my best to get you where you're going.
You should ask for bigger shares. And I skip away.
All right, Hallian, what are you up to? Ted, you are also muted in case.
God damn it.
Oh no!
Having never been on a ship before, Hallian is spending as much time in as stable a place as he can find, which is basically he is staying in the hold.
Mm-hmm. You keep yourself inside. You make a Constitution check.
Check or save? 'Cause
Save.
Okay.
Right. You can definitely feel like a little bit of a uneasiness, but you do not succumb to full-on seasickness. But there's something about the motion and the inability to see anything or find an anchor point that it's not the most comfortable ride. But you are in no danger of falling off the side of the boat. That's certain. Do anything in particular to pass your time in the hold, or you just sleeping the days away?
I mean, he's just sort of chilling, waiting for if anybody needs him to move stuff. He has no ship skills whatsoever,
Mhm.
so short of
Gotcha.
manual labor, he's not
Mm-hmm.
particularly.
You get regular people, coming and going, getting into food stores. You have some conversation with what do you call the chef on a boat?
Chef?
Don't
Chef.
remember.
I
At
feel
one
like
point
there's
I
like
knew
a
all this shit.
specialized word.
I thought they were just cooks.
Yeah, I guess it is just the cook. I think I'm like thinking of like the galley or whatever. Anyways,
Yeah.
you see them come and go. You're able to have a little conversation. But yeah, just a very boring time in the cargo hold.
They would call like a steward.
Oh well. All right, Callie, are you doing anything other than your project?
Avoiding looking at the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
It's big and scary out there, man. That whale is different, but fuck, the ocean than that whale. So yeah, I'm just gonna hyperfixate on the armor making right now.
Gotcha. You get another fair amount of work in. All right, and Beast, what are you up to?
I'm on a boat trying to think what there is to do.
Honestly, not a whole lot.
Can I go fishing?
Yeah.
W fishing.
I think it's probably a little harder to fish on a boat that is moving pretty fast. But not impossible. You just gotta hope that there's a fast fish that'll chase something. um,
Can I do a check for the
Yeah.
fishing?
yeah, make a survival check at disadvantage.
All right. Let's not die here, folks. Let's see.
No, take inspiration, please. I want you to do this so bad.
Inspiration, go.
Katie's like, if there's even a chance.
There's a chance to see a
someone really
tuna
needs
on
to
this boat. Come on.
I mean, I could roll this times you want, but I think 12 is all right. Anyway.
Yeah, you spend a fair amount of time. You do a lot of fishing and not a whole lot of catching. But as the day goes on, you do get a couple of bites. You manage to reel up a okay sized tuna.
All right.
I'm so normal about this.
Okay. Akira up in the crow's nest. Give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Please. Okay. All right.
Right. The lookout that you're talking to, his seems pretty annoyed. He kind of like runs out of answers for your questions and kind of just like kicks back and like pulls his hat brim down a little bit, and he looks like he's like napping a little bit. And you take this moment to kind of like scan the horizon and look out and appreciate the majesty of the vastness of the sea. And something catches your eye, not something like protruding from the sea or like on the water, but rather a disturbance in the water itself. And while you're looking out at it, it takes you a minute to kind of like understand what it is you're seeing, and you see a great swirl, a vortex in the water. It looks to be fairly in your path.
Perfect. Good. That's good. I will.
Captain?
Yeah, the question is, do I want to walk down there or do I want to be cool and cast sending and just be like, boom, what's up? The answer is, of course, casting sending at any given opportunity. Yeah, I'll cast sending to the captain and say, hello, are we approaching a whirlpool? That's all I'm saying.
I sure hope not. Are we approaching a whirlpool?
I don't want to cast it again and waste it, so I'll just like kind of lean over the side until I see him and just like thumbs up until he sees me. I don't know how long that takes, but I will just sit there.
Katie, do you happen to have the message spell by chance?
Oh yeah! I don't know how far he is.
Incredible. Not 120 feet away.
Yeah, okay, I'll message after like 3 minutes of him not being able to see where I am. I'll message and be like, "Apologies, I forgot I had this cantrip." Yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, good to know. And he starts just shouting orders and calling out. Sails get pulled. Let's see. I am going to make a. This boat needs stats. Damn it, Tyler. Give me just 1 second. I'm sure I can find something right. Okay, I will just have the captain make this check. Okay. It's a 21. Captain Argon begins like shouting. You see the crew. The word for closing the sails. God, I gotta learn some ship jargon. The sails get furled as opposed to being unfurled. And you see crew members setting oars into the water, and another crew member starts like banging a pace on a drum, and the crew starts turning the ship with the oars to change course a bit. And with your warning and the reaction time of the captain, we do manage to skirt around the whirlpool. It's very close, enough so that the boat does begin to like tilt a little in the direction of the whirlpool, just like slingshotting around the outside edge. Akira, up in the crow's nest, you get a very good look down into the whirlpool, and you see this swirling mass of water, and you swear, looking at the center of it, occasionally just like the chomping of teeth.
Yes! Fuck yeah! I grin a little bit. That shit's cool and fucked
But
up, and I like it.
boy, let me just say, if no one had gone to the crow's nest, the lookout would not have seen it. It would have been a different situation.
Oh no!
So, congrats. a little, God, which one is it? Charybdis. A little Charybdis moment. But yeah, y'all managed to skirt that obstruction, danger, and continue on your voyage. And I think with us out at sea, we will go ahead and end our session there tonight and pick up in a couple weeks.
All right.